The Friends of UNH Women's Hockey present Coach's Corner with head coach Brian McCloskey.
Hi, welcome to the Friends of UNH Women's Hockey's Coach's Corner. I'm Phil Kincaid. Alongside me, as always, is head coach Brian McCloskey. Well, the Wildcats played a couple of games, tough games this past week. They traveled up to Dartmouth, where they posted a 3-1 win over the Big Green, then traveled back to the Whittemore Center on Saturday, where they tied up Providence College 1-1. A couple of real hard-fought games, Coach, and the team came out pretty good, I would say, overall for the weekend.
Yeah, those are probably two of the more physical games. Providence is always a physically strong team, and certainly Dartmouth is too, and especially in their building. They were good tests, and I was very happy with the way we rebounded up in Hanover. We lost Kelly Patton up there, and we've been missing Courtney Burchard and Julia Marty. So it was with a little bit thinner lineup. I thought our kids handled themselves very well on the road. And then again back down here on Saturday, Providence is one of the hottest teams, I think, not just in our league but around. And Bobby's got his team playing great hockey, and that was a back and forth affair, very hard fought. We probably, if anything, regret we just didn't execute very well. They didn't give us a lot of advantage plays, but they did give us some because they're very aggressive defensively in the neutral zone, and we didn't execute. We had chances and we didn't put the puck in the net. So, but overall, some areas that we can address this week, and looking forward to the Northeastern game.
Well, one thing that stands out over this last stretch is 5 games, you've only allowed 4 goals. Yeah, it's a rare night when any team can get more than 20 shots on goal. It really points out, I think, to the depth and the strength of your defensive core.
Well, our blue line's been one of our biggest strengths all year, and certainly the forwards contribute too in terms of back checking. But I think it's a combination. It's not just our defensive play without the puck, where the forwards are extremely involved. It's also our decision making with the puck and not turning it over in critical areas. And when you get down to the end, the team that does that the best generally wins. So that's a trait you want to have, and certainly one we're going to cultivate down the stretch here.
And Kaylee Herman's had a great opening season as well. She's at the top of the stats you take a look at the national statistics. She's near the top of all those. And as we've talked about before, it's pretty tough for a young goaltender to come in and then only face 15, 18 shots a night. It
is, and especially when you do break down, it's going to be probably something that's a little bit glaring or grade A. And I've been very impressed with Kaylee all year. She's just, even in situations like up at Dartmouth, she kind of caught a bad bounce, which gave them their first goal. But after that, what I've been impressed probably most by Kaylee, other than just her sheer athleticism, is her calmness in there and her mental toughness. I don't worry about Kaylee getting flustered, and that's a great trait for a goalie because just like every other player, they're going to make mistakes, and you just hope they can put it behind them. She seems, for a young freshman, she seems able to do that.
Well, now this weekend, Saturday, there's one game, and it's Northeastern coming to the Whittemore Center. You handled them pretty easily a couple weeks ago with a 6-0 victory. What are you expecting this week?
Well, they've got a very good freshman goalie who's played extremely well for them. I think their team, Laura's team's gotten better. They had a big win over BC. I think they took the season series against BC. They're a good skating team, and they're aggressive. So I think it'll be a good game. And, I think what we're looking forward to, is some continued progress from our end in terms of offense and puck handling. I was extremely impressed on Saturday. I thought Angela Taylor, Steph Holmes, Julia Marty, that line had some outstanding shifts in the game, and in particular in the third period. And, I think what we need to do moving forward is continue to do a good job 5-on-5 generating scoring chances. When we get man-up situations and man-down, our special teams seem to be pretty locked in. So I feel good about that. Certainly we can improve there too. But I think it's more 5-on-5 play and the balance throughout our lineup.
Well, also we want to mention that this is a special weekend because it's alumni weekend.
Right.
There is going to be an alumni game at 9:30 in the morning, and it's going to be pretty interesting because we're going to have over 50 players former UNH players and former Northeastern players that will be here. This really is sort of a special weekend.
It is, and it's funny. We had skate with the Wildcats here on Martin Luther King Day yesterday, and saw Kathy Narsif and her kids, and it's just great to see the alums come back, and I'm really excited about having, I think this is the first time we've done in this format, so I think it's going to be really fun for everybody involved, in particular for our players to see not only the former players from UNH, but Northeastern.
Yeah, it really talks about how the team comes together and stays together even after 30-plus years of great hockey at UNH.
It's a great tradition. I mean, I continue to marvel when I think that for 30 years now they've been playing women's hockey and playing it at such a high level. And I think the legacy there at Northeastern, at UNH, and Providence, those three being, three of the, I guess you could say, pioneer schools that really launched the sport on the women's side. It's great to see two of them in our building and celebrating, as you say, 30 years of history.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it every week, and we'll be back again next week with Coach's Corner.